What's up, YouTube? Thomas O here. It's Thursday. That means it's time to talk about the new movies opening this week. Alright, now, first film that's opening this week is pretty much my anticipated film of the week, and that is Pokemon Detective Pikachu. I'm really happy that we're finally getting a live action Pokemon movie because I've actually been wanting this for years. So finally it's here, it's coming, and I'm really anticipating it. Now, I think Ryan Reynolds, him as the voice of Pikachu, sounds just awesome. I really like the actor Justin Smith. I'm becoming a fan of Catherine Newton, who also has a show out this week called The Society as well. So she has both a movie and a TV show premiering the same day. How many actors have ever had a TV show and a movie out on the same day? I can't even think of anyone. But and the Pokemons all look great. I simply can't wait to just check this out. The trailers has just looked awesome. The marketing for this have been incredible. Seeing it tomorrow, hopefully hopefully it'll be as good as the trailers are, because I've adored these trailers that got released, and definitely cannot wait to check out Detective Pikachu. Alright, now there's a few other stuff opening this week. There's the comedy Palms, which is about a woman at a retirement community who starts like a cheerleading squad for her with her fellow residents. The cast in this looks really good. Like you got Diane Keaton, Rhea Perlman, Jackie Weaver, Pam Grier. Not just see Pam Grier back between this and that Bless This Mess. Cool to see Jackie Brown making some sort of comeback. And Palms, I think, looks really funny. Palms, actually, to me, it's kind of like the Golden Girls meets Bring It On. That's what I'm really getting from the trailers. And I think it looks really cute. It looks charming, funny. The cast looks great. I'm actually going to see this film on Saturday, so hopefully it'll be good, because the trailers for this have been pretty decent, so. And it's always cool seeing movies like starring older celebrities and all. And I think this is like going to be something pretty funny. Although I'm pretty sure people like maybe above 60 might actually end up enjoying this slightly more. But hey, we'll see how good the film is. Now, also open this week is The Hustler. Now, this is of course a remake, like a female remake of the classic Steve Martin and Michael Caine film Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, which, by the way, was also a remake of a French film. So technically, the original Dirty Rotten Scoundrels is also a remake. But I gotta say, The Hustler, oh man, the trailers for this have looked terrible. I'm hoping it's good because, I do like both Anne Hathaway and Rebel Wilson. I mean, of course, Rebel Wilson was coming off of the really good romantic comedy Isn't It Romantic? So hopefully this film will be as good, but the reviews are definitely not helping. As we speak, this movie has an 11% on Rotten Tomatoes. Actually, yesterday it had a 0%, but then it went up below. Oh boy. Yeah, this is probably this year's Holmes or Watson, I think. But yeah, the trail's just. I'm actually probably gonna see this on Saturday after I'm gonna see both Palm and The Hustle both on a Saturday. Sorry about that. So hopefully it'll be as good as the trailers. Who knows? But yeah, it has to be waiting to see. Alright, also opening this week, there's a film called The Biggest Little Farm, which looks like an interesting doc. It's about like this couple who just got. It's a documentary about this couple who just got married, so they moved to the a southern area and they decided to like build a farm in their backyard. It's kind of like that new show Bless This Mess that just premiered on ABC, where a family moved to the countryside and they decided to build like a farm in their yard. It's kind of similar to that, really. And I think it looks like a really interesting documentary. I mean, I do love me a good documentary, so I'll probably give this one a shot when it comes out, because the trailers have looked pretty decent. So, and the reviews have been good too. Like, can't remember the actual Rotten Tomatoes score. I think it's in the like 80s range or something. So I'll definitely give this one a shot. Also, out this week, there's a film called Pasolini, which is directed by Bad Lieutenant director Abel Ferreira. And the film stars William Dafoe, and it documents the final days in the life of Italian writer, director, and poet Pier Paolo Pasolini in this deeply reflective biopic. I mean, this looks like it could be pretty interesting. I mean, I do like William Dafoe. He's always a great actor. You know, whether it's Spider-Man or the Florida Project. He was also a bad lieutenant as well, so kind of a bad lieutenant reunion here. I think it looks like a pretty interesting film, and I do love a good true story film. So hopefully it'll be pretty good. Also out this week, there's a film called The Professor and the Madman, which stars Mel Gibson and Sean Penn, and it's based on the best-selling novel by Simon Winchester. And the film tells an extraordinary true tale of madness, genius, and obsession about two remarkable men who created history with the writing of the Oxford English Dictionary. And like I said, it stars Mel Gibson as Professor James Murray, as well as and has Sean Penn as Doctor W.C. Minor. Now, the trailers for those have looked. I haven't really cared much for the trailers, and I like both Mel Gibson. I like Sean Penn, but this does not look all that good. I mean, I'll probably give it a shot, maybe like on TV or online or whatever. But yeah, and this also had like actually, I believe this movie was shot like in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. It it it's been on the back burners for like years because there was like some legal right issues or whatever, like and stuff. So I guess that has something to do with it. But yeah, the movie itself just. I'll probably, like I said, I'll still give it a shot because I do like both Gibson and Penn. But yeah, hopefully it's pretty good. Who knows? Also, out this week, there's a film called All Is True, which is a film about William Shakespeare, and it stars and is directed by Kenneth Branagh, who plays the role of Shakespeare. And the cast also includes Judi Dench, Sir Ian McKellen is in this. It actually looks really interesting. I mean, of course, we've had movies about Shakespeare, like Shakespeare in Love, which of course won the Oscar, but I still think Saving Private Ryan should have won that year, but that's different. That's a topic for a different time. And I do like Kenneth Branagh. I think he's a remarkable director and actor. I mean, of course, Kenneth Branagh directed the first Door movie, and he also has a few other stuff coming out. He has Artemis Fowl, which of course just got delayed to next summer, and he has the Murder on the Orient Express sequel coming. So glad to see him still doing more stuff because I've always liked Kenneth Branagh's work, and I'm really curious checking out his new movie Or Is True because he looks really great as William Shakespeare, and he's no stranger for Shakespeare because of course he have directed movies. He has directed Shakespeare-based movies, so he's no stranger for the Shakespeare world. So. And also, Door actually had like a Shakespearean feel to it as well. So, yeah, I'll probably give this one a shot whenever it comes out. All right, there's also a movie called General Magic, which is like a documentary, which I don't really know a whole lot about. It's like a documentary about the ideas that dominate the tech industry and our day-to-day lives that were born at General Magic, which is a secretive Silicon Valley startup that shipped the first handheld personal communicator or smartphone in 1994. So this is pretty much a documentary about the technologies we all have today and stuff. So hey, I do love me a good documentary, so I'll probably give this one a shot. There's also a movie out that's coming out this week called Charlie Says, which stars Matt Smith. For all you Doctor Who fans, Matt Smith actually plays the role of Charles Manson. Now we got a couple of Charles Manson stuff out this year. We just had that Sharon Tate movie with Hilary Duff, which I'm probably gonna see that some other time, but it just yeah. But anyway, of course we got this. We got that Quentin Tarantino Once Upon a Time in Hollywood coming out. I think it's because this year is like the 50th anniversary of the Manson family murders. I think that's kind of why we're having so many Manson movies this year. And not to mention, Charles Manson is supposed to play like a key character in season 2 of Mindhunters. So we got a couple of Charles Manson based stuff coming out this year. And of course, we just had the Ted Bundy movie, which is another movie that's famous serial killer. I mean, I saw the trailer for this and it looks really creepy. The movie is actually from the same director of American Psycho, and I think Matt Smith looks amazing as Charles Manson. Of course, like here's what Charlie Says is pretty much about. The story goes like this: 3 young women were sentenced to death for the infamous Manson murders, and their sentence becomes life imprisonment when the death penalty was lifted in California. One young graduate student was sent to teach them. Through her, we witnessed their transformations as they face realities of their horrific crime. Although I guess this isn't really all about Charles Manson. It's more about I guess the Manson girls as well. But I think this looks like it could be something pretty interesting, and I'll probably give this one a shot sometime. Now, also coming to limited release this week and premiering on HBO, I believe Monday, if I'm not mistaken. It's a documentary called At the Heart of Gold Inside the U.S. Gymnastics Scandal. Now, this is, of course, the case of Dr. Larry Nassar, who served as the physics for. You guys know the news article about this, where he was like the physician for the U.S. Women's Olympic Gymnastics team for 2 decades, and he, of course, he's of course in prison because he sexually abused numerous female athletes. And this film, features interviews with dozens of survivors. And of course, all the survivors was at the ESPY Awards, which I believe was last year, if I'm not mistaken. And they all had like a standing ovation. I mean, I didn't follow the whole story, to be honest with you, but man, I remember hearing this stuff last year, and boy, that Larry Nassar dude was one sicko. I'm so glad he's rotting in a jail cell, because that is one sick dude. And I think this was like a really interesting documentary, and I'll probably give this one a shot, maybe like on HBO or something. I mean, HBO does, pretty good documentaries. Not staying with Station of Leaving Neverland, but that's a topic for another day. But with stuff like this and the Robert Williams doc, I've really enjoyed most of HBO's documentaries, so I'll probably give this one a shot sometime. Also, now that's really all the movies that's coming to theirs. Now, of course, on Netflix there's a movie called Wine Country coming out. Here's what Wine Country is about. In honor of Rebecca, played by Rachel Dratch, 50th birthday, Abby, played by Amy Poehler, plans a scenic Napa getaway with their best longtime friends. One is a workaholic named Catherine, played by Anna Gasteyer, Pop Oat Val, played by Paul Pell, homebody Jenny, played by Emily Spivey, and a wearing mom named Naomi, played by Maya Rudolph, who are equally sold on the chance to relax and reconnect. Yet, as the alcohol flows, real world intrude on the punchlines and gossip, and the women begin questioning their friendship and their future. Now, this is the directorial debut by Amy Poehler. I'm a big Amy Poehler fan, whether it's Parks and Rec or her time on SNL or maybe Mean Girls. I've always liked Amy Poehler, so, pretty cool to see her making her directorial debut. Also, Tina Fey is in this, so we got lots of SNL vets. Rachel Dratch, Maya Rudolph is in this. Paul Pels, she's really funny on AP Bio. I think this looks like it could be something pretty interesting, and the trailer looks pretty good. I like the cast, so I'll probably give this one a shot, maybe on Netflix or maybe once I'm done with Lucifer, I'll probably give this one a shot because it looks really interesting. Like, looks like it's gonna be a movie about friendship, a movie and stuff like that. So I'm curious to check this one out. But anyway, that's pretty much all the films coming out this week. Let me leave you guys. What movies are you interested in checking out this weekend? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.